Hello there, my friends. Good morning. Today is Saturday, and later in the afternoon, I'm going to have my class, my PhD class. I am going to meet them face to face in the university, and I am doing this blog from the comfort of my home. And it's quite been a while that I did not post anything on my blog because I was busy with a lot of things, and the school year is coming to a close, and I need to prepare the grades of my students, and I also have to catch up with some of the lessons that I missed with my students, and that's the reason why I was not able to put up anything. But for this morning, I would like to reconnect again with all of you, with all my followers, and I was thinking of what kind of topic I'm going to discuss. Specifically, I don't have a very specific topic, but I came across a line from a literature last night about the sola scriptura. So if you're a Christian, and if you are keen on the study of theology or religion, you will know that the word sola scriptura is a Latin word which was used by Martin Luther as the flagship of his Protestantism. Kasi ito ay nakatatag ito sa paniniwala ni Martin Luther na ang pagbabasa ng Biblia ay sapat ng daan para ang tao ay makamit niya ang kaligtasan, o kaya makamit niya yung salvation na kinoconceptualize ng Christianity. So for him, there is no need for tradition, there is no need for following the authorities of the church, because for him, if a Christian will simply read the Bible, he will be enlightened and he will know the truth. Alam niyo, maganda po ang ganyang maganda po ang kanyang maganda ang ganyang kaisipan, maganda ang ganyang kaisipan, idea. Actually, reading the Bible is very beneficial to anyone, and especially if we read the Bible with the right intention, with the right attitude. And but sometimes reading the Bible can be complicated. That's why there's a need for an authority. Although the supreme authority, of course, is the Holy Spirit, but I think there's a need for a human agency to facilitate the interpretation of the Bible, because there are many things written there that are vague. Like for example, ang Bible po, we cannot consider the Bible as a scientific book. We cannot consider the Bible as conveying his 100% historical facts, because the writers of the Bible, they were inspired by God, but as a human agent, they have their own purpose. Their purpose when they wrote the Bible is to be able to convey the spiritual truth or the spiritual knowledge. They were not particular with the rules of scholarship, with the rudiments of historical writing or scientific writing, because these were ordinary people. Those who wrote the Bible, the books of the Bible are not they are not scientists, they are not historians. They were just some of them, although some of them are learned, but some of them are not. They're just ordinary people who put into writing what was the knowledge that was given to them, and that is a very good thing. And and that's why we have to learn how to read the Bible, to read in between the lines. So first we have to rely on the enlightenment coming from God, and at the same time we should also rely on the guidance given to us by the duly constituted authority, which is the church. So kaya ano ang naging epekto ng sola scriptura na ito ni Martin Luther? Actually, ito ang naging dahilan kung bakit ang Protestantism ngayon ay fragmented. So it resulted to the fragmentation of Protestantism, because the authority now to interpret the Bible according to them is the individual, and there are many influential leaders, people with strong personalities who began to interpret the Bible. They have a different interpretation. Their interpretations vary with one another. And it resulted into cleavages and the creation of the different sectors in Christianity, and that is the tragedy of Protestantism. It resulted in the fragmentation of the church, in the fragmentation of the different groups of Christianity. That's why in the church, in the Catholic Church in particular, we always believe that the Bible is part of tradition, of sacred tradition. Because ang Bible na sinasabi natin, hindi pa yan nabuo. Nabuo lang yan. Yung nakikita nating Bible na binabasa natin ngayon, nabuo yan sometime in the 3rd century. Yan. Sometime in the 3rd century. Because the church at the time, they decided to gather in the city of Carthage in North Africa, in a synod, in order to decide the canonicity of the different books of scriptures that were circulating at the time. And even the versions that we use are different. For example, the Orthodox Church, the Coptic Orthodox Church in Africa and Ethiopia, they have a different canon. Mas marami yung Bible nila. Yung mga Catholics naman, marami din. At yung mga Protestant, ang sinusunod na Bible ng mga Protestant ay yung, lalo na sa Old Testament, ay yung yung the Hebrew version. Kaya may kulang yung nila, yung number of books nila, may kulang kasi nga ang sinusunod nila yung ginagamit ng mga Hudyo na Old Testament. Tayo namang mga Katoliko, ang sinusunod nating listahan ng mga books sa Old Testament ay yung Greek version. Kaya may dagdag, kaya may mas marami, at mas marami doon sa Greek Orthodox Church kasi meron silang mga doon sa Ethiopian Coptic Orthodox Church, medyo mas marami sa kanila kasi may mga bagay doon na nakadagdag, like for example yung the Book of Enoch, for example, nakadagdag yun sa kanilang scriptures. Kaya hindi po yan hindi po pare-pareho ang number ng books sa Bible ng Catholic, Protestant at saka ng Orthodox churches. Iba-iba po yan. Pero basically yung mga New Testament, pare-pareho sila. Everything is almost the same. That's why, itong Bible na sinasabi natin, hindi tayo naniniwala sa tinatawag na SOLA SCRIPTURA, Bible only, because the basis of our faith, the way we perceive the truth about the Catholic Church or about our religion is not solely based on the Bible, but this is based on tradition. When we say tradition, these are the teachings, both oral and written, that were passed on from the apostles to the leaders of the church and to our time. Kumbaga ipinasa yon, ipinamana yon sa ng mga apostoles, yung kanilang mga apostolic teachings, pinamana sa mga leaders ng ating church, sa church natin. Kaya nga yung ating mga katuruan ay palagi siyang may basehan sa tradisyon, at ang pagbabasa ng Biblia at ang paggamit ng Biblia ay may nag-uugat din ito sa tradisyon. That's why even the Holy Mass that we celebrate in the church, that is being celebrated in the church, all the sacraments in the church are all based in the scriptures. Basahin niyo po ang mga ritual books ng mga especially the missal. Makikita mo lahat ng mga portions yan ay biblical. All of the words that is being used there are biblical kasi nanggaling yun sa tradisyon, nanggaling yun sa Biblia na ginagamit natin. Kaya my friends, mahalaga ang pag-aaral ng Biblia, pagbabasa ng Biblia, pero to say that the Bible is the only source of faith, I think that is wrong. Magiging incomplete ang iyong ang iyong pananampalataya, and it will lead to fragmentation. That's why we need to rely on God first, and then also to our leaders. And also we should always think that Christianity is not just an individual kind of commitment, but this is also a communal commitment, meaning to say hindi tayo home alone, but we live and exist together with a community. And what is that community? That community is the church, at ito ay ikinakatawan ng ating parokya kung saan tayo nagsisimba. Yan ang community natin. But in the larger sense, in a more inclusive sense, we have the Catholic Church, the universal church as our home. So have a blessed day, my friends. I hope that I did not occupy much of your time, and next time ulit magsi-sharing tayo. At I hope that so makita mo iba yung environment ko ngayon sapagkat ako ay nandito sa aking bahay. So I hope to see you again next time in our sharing.